It is 5:17 on your Tuesday morning, getting ready for an active weather day here with winds and then eventually storms. Here's what we're tracking this morning on radar: some light showers. So a little bit of rain already out there, but it is isolated and it's not severe or anything, but may get a little wet this morning. This is the broad view of the low pressure. It's a powerful one. It's coming out of Texas, just now really getting its act together. Snow on the north side, rain and storms on the south side. And the track of this thing, it'll stay just to our north, but this is going to create a pretty volatile environment as we get into the late afternoon and into tonight when we're tracking that threat for thunderstorms. So really not expecting much in the way of severe weather during the day. It'll more so be as we go into tonight and as we go into the midnight hour. I think that's when we're going to have to watch for the threat for severe weather. You're going to have to give me a couple of seconds here. I'm going to have to talk while this thinks and does its thing because the computer's frozen, but hopefully it moves on in just a second. There we go. So what you can expect for today: strong winds building in today and into tonight. These are non-thunderstorm winds across our area. Now, most of the storms and that severe weather threat is going to come after sunset and closer to the 10, 11, and midnight hour. There is going to be a risk for damaging winds for sure, and then perhaps even a few tornadoes. Question is, how severe can storms get? We're pretty chilly this morning, and as you know, chilly weather and thunderstorms, they don't mix. You need warm temperatures because that creates instability for those storms to grow into bigger storms. So we don't have it right now, but as we get into the late afternoon and especially this evening, I think those temperatures will start to creep up and we'll start to get some of that instability. But there is still some question on how much instability. The bigger story during the day today: winds, and these are non-thunderstorm winds slowly switching out of the southeast, picking up as we go through the afternoon. Winds could gust 40 to 50 miles an hour as we go through the day and into this evening. Now, once the line of thunderstorm gets here, that risk still with damaging winds, but it will be associated with those thunderstorms. Here's that risk for severe weather: a level 3 out of 5. Enhanced is what we call that. Damaging winds is my biggest concern, I think, but 1 or 2 tornadoes is certainly possible if all the ingredients come together right. But the way this looks, this line of storms could definitely produce some damaging wind gusts over 60 to 70 miles per hour in some spots. Here's the timing of it. Notice a few showers here and there today, but still relatively nothing too wild through the afternoon, but maybe some rain. This evening, here comes the line of storms: 7 to 8 o'clock near Lafayette, 9 to 10 o'clock near Baton Rouge, and then that's when it starts to head into our area. Models split kind of around 11 to midnight here in the city, and the worst of it moving in, and then things are improving after midnight. Once again, there is still some question: do we have the instability or those warmer temperatures here soon enough for the severe weather? So we've got the wind shear, we've got the lift from the low pressure. There's 2 of your ingredients for severe weather, but what could be lacking? Instability and maybe the moisture, especially that instability. So that's one of the big hang-ups on, do we get severe weather or does it just remain some heavy rain? So that's what we'll be following. The good news is the flooding risk, it does look low. I think the highest totals are going to be to our north. Notice tomorrow and really through Saturday, dry. So Saturday's parade's dry, but Sunday we got another storm system coming in. That will bring us some rain. So stay weather aware, especially later tonight as you head to bed. Make sure you've got our app. Also make sure you've got the weather radio turned.